Hi, and welcome to Long Division Level 2. Okay, we're going to have how many times does 37 fit into 246? Or another way of saying it, what is 246 divided by 37? Well, first we figure out how many times does 37 go into 2? But 2 is too small. If it's smaller than the number, it's not going to go in there. 37 go into 24. Let's extend it to 24. 24 is still too small. It's smaller than 37. That's going to be 0. But now, how many times is 37 going to fit into 246? And it will. And this is what I would, this is how I'd think of this. 37. 37, is that closer to 30 or is it closer to 40? Well, I think 37 is closer to 40. And I use this to estimate. Now, as I see it's closer to 40, let me look at the 4. How many times does 4 go into 24? Just the beginning part of that. We can use our multiplication chart. 4 goes into 24. Oh, look at that. Exactly 6 times right there. So 4 times 6 is 24. And I will use that. So 6. So now I'm not multiplying 6 times 40. That was just to estimate, like, what should this be about? It should be about 6 times. It might be 5. It might be 7. But 6 probably is it. Now, I have to multiply 37 times 6. Okay, if you know your multiplication tables, this shouldn't be a problem. 7 times 6 is 42. 3 times 6 is 18. Plus 4 is 22. Okay, so 6 times 37 is 222. I'm going to erase this here. I was using it for instructional purposes, but I don't usually use it as I'm doing this. So subtract. This is 4. This is 2. Okay, looks like I'm done. I could just express this as 6. 6 is my whole number. And 24 over. Remember, we were dividing by 37, not by 40. Or 37. Okay, let's look at this one. A second example. 72. Will 72 go into 6? No, 6 is too small. Smaller than 72. And 61 is also smaller than 72, but 612? Oh yeah, we got something there. But how many times will it go in? Well, let's look. 72. 72 is closer to 70 than it is 80. So I'm going to temporarily think of this as 70. Now, how many times will 7 go into 61? 7 going into 61. 7 going into 61. 63 is too big. 56. And that is multiplied by 8. So 7 times 8 is 56. So that's times 8. So I'm not multiplying 8 times 70. It's 8 times 72. Okay, so I have to do that. 72 times 8. That is 16. 7 times 8 is 56. Plus 1 is 57. So this whole thing is 576. Okay, I'll subtract. That's 12. 6. This is now 10. And that's 3. 36. And 360, because you have to bring down that 0 right there. Okay, now 72 into 360. Well, remember, we're just going to think of 72 as 70 for now to give us an estimate as how many times that will fit into 360. 7. So now how many times does 7 go into 36? Just that part right there, 7 into 36. Let's see, 7 goes into 36. Oh, there's 35. So that's, and 42 is over, so 35 was 5 times. So that's 5 times. And this is going to be, so now I have to multiply 72 times 5. And I have, I was thinking of something, 72 times 5. So that's 10, and 7 times 5 is, oops, 10. 7 times 5 is 35, plus 1 is 36. And that's exactly 360. And that's great. Now, there's something I need to show you too that I need to remind you of. When I multiplied 72 times 8, I got 576. And then the result was 36. And this number is smaller than the number I was dividing by. And that's super important. That has to be like that. If that number ends up being bigger, then that number wasn't big enough. And it was. Everything worked out fine. And as you can see here, the result here, 24, was smaller than 37. And you're always, as you're subtracting, you always need to be looking at that. And so that's what you got to know about level 2. Oh, and then that was 0, remainder 0. And that's what you got to know about level 2 division. Thanks for watching.